Alright. Happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. My fault. Alright. So, wrong chart. Trade for the day. Let's look-y scrap that. Alright. So, I took the trade on MNQ, but this is what I saw. I'm low-key pissing myself for this, but anyways, first trade was on ES, and it was somewhere. Ooh, was it on ES? No. What was it on, dude? Was it? Jeez, man. I think it was on ES right about here. So we were respecting bearish PD arrays. It was around here. This was a break-even trade, but I ended up getting stopped at a very weird spot. Or no, it was a break-even trade, but when this big candle movement happened, it closed me slightly above where break-even was. So that was unfortunate. Anyways, it was, I think, just like a regular old like 1-to-1 kind of trade. I was trying to target the range of these equal lows because we really should. Oh wait, this might have been the trade. Actually, I don't think I took it there. I think I took it here. I think. Because the movement down was obvious and it was strong. We'd swept the London high, and I was targeting these. Jeez, that just doesn't seem right, though. I don't know. I think I entered here. I think I entered here. I really can't remember. It was kind of an insignificant short, though. Anyways, we made the move down. Or it might have been. Nah, it had to have been somewhere up in here. No. I really don't know. That's hard. It's hard to say. Anyways, it was somewhere in this kind of range here. Anyways, I went to go target these equal lows because there was strong movement to the downside. We were respecting bearish PD arrays. This looks more proper. I went to target the range of these equal lows, right? And then we just low-key moved up and hit me at BE, but there was wickage. That's why I think it was here. It was either wickage or it was just insane candle movement. Anyways, I took a short somewhere within here, almost hit TPs, like literally edged them, right? Because I had them set probably on the 5-minute, like range of these equal lows, which makes sense. And then we literally swept nothing, right? Like we swept 0 in here. We didn't even make an SMT, and then we just got this insane movement to the upside. I don't know how in the heck you're catching that, or why you're catching it. I guess this is low-key probably some like people that trade price, like order flow shit. This like had to be like order flow movement, which is just genuinely insane. I'd like to look into it, but I'd like to just focus in on what I'm doing because it works. I just need to get it honed. Anyways, enough of that yip yap. Kind of a shit. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. Kind of a shit trade. It was beautiful. Like we should have taken all these equals for sure for a move up to happen. Like this move up was just kind of like No reason, bro. Like, it just kind of happened for no reason. Just super high volatility. So that hit break even, and then we moved up, and then there was a solid entry on NQ. Oh, but low key, what I did, because I was like, okay, the movement up is so heavy and so strong. We closed above on the 1 hour at this point, I think, or did I enter? Oh, I might have entered before we did. Let's see. We closed. Okay, so we closed above the 4 hour, and we closed above 2 15 minutes. But what I didn't see, and what I was expecting to happen, like literally 2 minutes before we would have closed, or like a literal minute before we would have closed above this 1 hour, we made a dump down. I think is what happened. Or did we? No, we did not. Because this is the top of the 1 hour. So we almost, very nearly did. Anyways, the entry was pretty stupid. And I had stops set at the swing. I think. I want to say they were set at the swing. That makes sense. But I entered earlier than this. For sure. Anyways, there was this 15 minute that we inversed, then we inversed a 5 minute, and then there was a really low time frame, like I think 2 minute or something like that we inversed, and we saw a mild reaction to the upside off of it. Somewhere in here, we saw a mild reaction off of it, but didn't move a whole lot. And come to think of it, my stops might have originally been set to like, I don't really remember. I had it all marked out on NQ, and now I don't. So, anyways, I got entered in somewhere in here. Must have been after this. Here. Anyways, what ended up happening is I had 5 MNQ right here, right, and I was dragging stops kind of as soon as we broke above this range. Unfortunately, we ended up making an SMT. I'm so surprised that on neither NQ or ES we took out the Asian high. We failed to take out the Asia high or make an SMT with it on both, which just seems insane to me. Considering we were 8 and a bit points away, right? So anyways, what ended up happening here is that I had TPs set at the top here. So I had, actually let me just do this because it's on paper trading, so it doesn't matter. I had 2 set, what am I doing? I had 2 set here, wrong thing. So TP1 was here, or no, TP1 was at the 5 minute body of these candles, so a low TP, I think it was around here, just for 2 units. Another one at the Asian high. Another one at the Asian high for 1, I think, and then the rest was, the last 2 contracts were up here at the NWOG. This is just before the price of the NWOG. Insane, by the way, that we missed the tap of the Asian high, and then we don't even sweep out London low in this massive move down, unless we did on ES, which we may have. Oh, we did. Okay. Then that's good. But we made an SMT with the London low, so we should be making a big move up tomorrow. Anyways, this was the trade highlight of the day. We were up 70 on the day because this got hit. We edged this TP. This TP didn't end up working, obviously. Edged the Asia high, take profit, hit this take profit, and I had stops dragged to break even right here, the rest of my contract after this got taken out. So it would have been sell through, I think it was sell 3 after we made this next move up at this break-even point right here. And that's where the rest of it got taken out. So because I got touched earlier this morning down here on the short, on whatever it was, ES, because I got touched on the break-even and it didn't end up being break-even, what am I thinking here? I ended up down 70 on this. So I made, or just past 70. I think I lost like 78 on this. So then I made just over 140 on this MNQ trade, which is not bad considering we only hit one small TP and other than that, break even. So 2 break-even trades for me today, pretty well. Can't believe we didn't take out the Asian high. There was definitely solid shorts after this, but literally right where was it, dude? I hopped off the charts like late for me, of course. I hit break even rate here, I think, as soon as we moved down past my first TP, and then I had to leave for school. So, and I couldn't, for whatever reason, it wouldn't let me log into my phone on Tradeovate, so I just couldn't look for trades for the rest of the day on my funded. I did look at the market briefly, just on paper trading, but I was done for the day regardless. I couldn't sign in on Tradeovate, and I had already hit 2 break-even trades, so it was just kind of a done day for me. Anyways, we should have some solid setups tomorrow, considering we haven't set into this NWOG yet, which we should, considering it's a massive NWOG. Unfortunately, everything that's going on right now is quite bearish, but I think we'll be making a move towards that NWOG. Maybe overnight we take out some more significant lows if we haven't already. If this is low, that'd be so fantastic, but I think my computer's just like having a bug fest because I'm recording. Anyways, I'll look at some of that after. Hopefully I can get some back testing in tonight, but I have to head off to work pretty soon, so I'm gonna leave that till later. I will be able to get some back testing in today, I should say, hopefully. So yeah, I'll get some back testing in, and I think that's it for this year video. I don't know if I talked about it in yesterday's video, but I'll be picking up 3 shifts every week, averaging about $120 a night, and I get paid out in cash. So that should work well. That's like an eval per night, pretty much. But that's chill because I still haven't blown this account. Most people would have by now. Not saying I won't. I hope I won't. And I'm sticking to my rules pretty well. Except for this trade, which I'm actually still kind of mad at myself for on NQ. I took an entry way too early just because I had it made sense the way we were continuing to the upside, the way that we were about to close above on the hourly. We just pushed through 2 15-minute gaps and we inversed to 5, and then we made another small, like lower time frame inverse on 2 minute, I think. Why would we not go to reach this Asian high? Was kind of my thought process on it. So slight misfortune. And I can't believe that we were this close to the end log and we just decided not to tap into it. But I guess price just wasn't ready. There were stronger draws below, which I would agree with. There were strong draws to the downside, but you think that we would have taken out Asian high on at least one of the two of ES or NQ. Unless I need to do bar adjustment, and it's not. No, like we didn't take out Asian high. So, kind of baked, if you ask me. We were so close. But for a reason, we just decided to not reach it. Unfortunate. What can you do? Lots of up and down movement for not a whole lot of reason. Like we reacted off of sweeping this internal high is pretty much all I have to say. And maybe like a order block or something up here. There's no high time frame gaps. I mean, apart from the fact that we respected this 4 hour. Holy shit, did we actually? We respected that tiny 4 hour. I think. Or did we? Let's see. 25323. Close. 25324. So no, technically not by a point, but and we disrespected the hourly. So I don't know. The move down was just kind of a little weird considering that we didn't sweep out the Asian high. I was happy to have not traded for the rest of the day on this. What a clutterfunk. Also, there were so many fair value gaps developed in here. It was insane. Yeah, so I must have entered in right about here because I remember we tapped into this 5 minute here and then we made a move up. And then that's when I hit take profits at this internal high. I guess I should have targeted the wick, but what can you do? Anyways, I guess that's an external. No, it's not really. Not really. It's kind of an internal high. Anyways, not the best trading day, not the worst. Break even day pretty well. I mean, we're under $100 profit on the day, so. But that's a small W for the L's that I've had on this funded. We take it. So hopefully tomorrow's better. Sticking to my rules a lot better today, apart from this MNQ trade, which really pissed me off. Really pissed me off. Actually, I think the reason why it pissed me off so much is that we inversed the 215s, we inversed the 5, made a good tap in, and then we didn't make a lower time frame fair value gap, so I just entered off of the 5 minute inverse, which by the way was insanely old. Didn't make any sense. There was literally an entry here for a 5 minute inverse too. If I was just more patient, it would have been a much more valid entry, but whatever. Anyways, not my best trading day. Not my worst. We're going to come back tomorrow. I'm going to journal these trades. Edit and upload this video later because there's going to probably be back testing after this. So yeah, I'll see you guys later for that. Peace for now. Alright, y'all. So I didn't get to uploading that video. I got like no goddamn sleep last night, bro, again. So this afternoon I had a nap. I didn't get the back testing last night. Little pissed at myself. Quite pissed at myself. Anyways, today was a break-even day. I made $8.50 on the day. I took one singular trade These were all just theory testing on paper. Oh, no, it was actually just me fucking around in a server. I can't even lie to you. Yeah. It was me making a joke on my paper account. Kind of stupid if you ask me, but I was probably working back up to 100. Be a good goal, I guess. But really, I'm only going to be using my paper trading account for testing gold, working on strategy, which I'd just be back testing, so doesn't really matter a whole lot. Anyway, I took one break-even trade. Oh, I'm trying to remember what. Geez, the last couple of days are actually blending together pretty well. I think, and I'm pretty sure this is right, I took a 2-minute inversion today. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I caught a 2-minute inversion down here, but it hit break even. You know what? I'm going to pause this and I'm going to check my Lucid account. Never mind. Okay, so I completely forgot about what happened today. So, what I did is I tried to catch a short here, but got stopped past break even. I think I tried to catch something after. Let's just see. Jeez, I think I tried to catch something in here. I don't even remember, dude. It was pretty bad. It might have been up here, actually. That can't be right, because that's when I caught my long. Anyways, I caught a long here on MES. Maybe I should be looking on ES instead. Caught a long here. It worked great to this internal high. I de-risked a lot. It was pretty much a 1-to-1. But I had most of my position exit out here, and the rest of it got hit out at break even. I really, really just can't be mad about that. Like, yeah, we re-entered and we pushed back up, and then we ended up going into the NWOG, but like, I don't know, man. This price action was pretty fucky for me. I think a lot of people struggled to find an entry today as well. I mean, I don't even know what in God's name you could have caught here. I've been studying a little bit of rejection block, kind of like, yeah, that's a beautiful 30-minute rejection block entry right there, and it's decently low risk. Like, you just went 1 unit on that. Oh, never mind. You'd have to go like half a micro or something, or no, like 3 micros. That's a lot of risk on the table. Where are we? There's a 30-minute rejection block. You'd want to go like 3 micros. Yeah, that would have been a solid trade, but then again, it's only worth it to take a trade to, number one, these highs, and number two, what was the confluence with this rejection block? If there's no confluence with the rejection block, there's no point in taking it. I'm not seeing a whole lot. And like, yeah, we tapped into an old 5-minute rejection block. And did we make an SMT with the New York AM low? We did. Okay, then that's decently valid, actually. Saying we tapped the 5-minute rejection block, made a 30, tapped into it. We had an SMT off the New York AM. Honestly, that's a pretty decent trade. But then again, man, like, that's what time would I have caught an entry at if I was, if, big if. I think it was healthiest just to get off for the day after having tapped the NWOG so heavily, and I'm honestly happy we re-tapped into it and got an entrance into it on ES, because it's really not a solid draw anymore. So we'll see tomorrow if we're going to push higher or lower. Anyways, yeah, this would have been a solid entry, but yeah, then again, that's a 10:30 trade. Like, that's, I don't really trade afternoons on, like, what am I saying here, dude? I don't really trade afternoons on New York session. Anyways, I'm sure some scalper caught that trade and it must have been beautiful. Also, we took out a bunch of high time frame draws on ES that needed to be taken out, and we hit the NWOG. And I mean, really, NQ had no reason to push further than to just keep filling the NWOG. I guess we'll kind of see tomorrow whether we fill through it or we respect it, and that'll probably be our condition. That's gonna be a good condition on the day. Today the condition was these. This was a 1 hour and a 4 hour, and then we had a smaller 4 hour and 1 hour on here. There was a bunch of shit. I just forget to kind of delete stuff throughout the day. We were just ripping so colossally high, like literally 2 hourly candles, and we were in the NWOG from open. Like, yikes. Which is also, it was an hour and a half for us to enter into the NWOG. That's a pretty quick move. We opened at this isn't really inaccurate. That's like a 300 point move in 90 minutes. It's not unseen, but it's pretty significant. And I guess, yeah, there's the NWOG, but like, man, the only entry that I really saw was like, there was like a 2-minute rejection block, I think, entry, or maybe it was less. It was a 1-minute rejection block entry. Yeah, a 1-minute RB entry, which developed, but we didn't tap it, so not even significant. I'm debating whether or not to incorporate rejection blocks into my strategy. I don't see why not, because there's always, like, a solid 90% of the time a good reaction off of rejection block, at least for a temporary tap in. And I actually saw here, I think, no, I didn't take the shred on paper, but I was thinking about it. There was a rejection block here, a 5-minute rejection block, and we had this 5-minute gap. As you can see, literally we off of open tap into and then take out the 5-minute block. So, but again, like, that's literally, that was, I think, a pre-market trade. That would have been a pre-market to open trade. Yeah, that's just not worth it for me, to be honest with you. So yeah, overall, I'm okay having not taken a trade today. Was there lots of opportunity? Yes. I just simply could not catch an entry. There was nothing high confluence enough, or really even any low time frame. Like, we didn't make a single inverse except for one singular 2-minute, which I caught, and then it would have hit break even afterwards. Like, we made 0 inverses in here. I think it was a 2 minute. Was it on ES maybe? I think it was on ES. Oh, 2 minute. At least over here, yeah. Literally, look. This was the one singular 2 minute that we made, and I got entered in. And then we made a move up to this internal high, moved to break even, hit break even. And I think actually there was, no, Asian high was up there. Never mind. Oh my gosh, dude, what am I doing? Anyways, decently cooked day. And ES wasn't even leading. I would have much rather taken a trade on NQ. I think I heard a little bit of yap about a 1 minute inverse, maybe. No. Was there anything on the 3 minute? Oh, is this the wrong day? This is the wrong day. Yeah, man, literally nothing. And then, like, look here. There's not a whole lot of entry either. Like, we have this tiny 5 minute, but, like, again, NWAG's pretty strong draw. This might have been okay, but look at all this wick, bro. Like, if you took this inverse, the first tap in you're getting, you're immediately hitting stop loss. And, like, yeah, you retest internal highs, but there's no 5 minute inverse anywhere in here. So unless you saw the 5 minute inverse and waited for a lower time frame inverse after that, but even then, like, where's the 2 minute, bro? Literally here, I guess. Like yeah. And then did we make a rejection block off of this on anything? Let's find out. Oh, update to latest version, I guess. Let's see, what can we get here? Well, I guess it's not going to show. So I have to go. No 1 minute RB. There is a 5 minute. So like rejection block, 2 minute inverse could have been your kind of condition. The question is, when did this 5 minute develop? Here, I'm guessing, right here. Okay, well, let's switch both these to 5 minute maybe. When did we get the development on this? So do we get another retap into the 2 minute after that? Probably not. No. So, man, yeah, like, did we? So if you set a settlement here, you wouldn't have gotten entered. I don't think. No. Like, we missed a retap of that rejection block. Nothing on the 1 minute. Nothing on the 3 minute. Nothing on the 4 minute. And we had the 5 minute. I mean, like, this is not. It's a lot of wick, not the cleanest V. Like, yeah, I get the 2 minute inverse. And did we? Or if we had a rejection block here, it would have gotten wicked out of. So like, yeah, we tapped into a rejection block, but then we continued to just literally rape through it. So I mean, like, what even is risk on for that, man? Oh, is this the candle where we just ripped down? I think it is. One mini, you'd be sitting at like 600 risk. You'd probably target like an hourly gap, so like this 295, 295, like that. Of the 5-minute stops at the top. Like, yeah, it plays out pretty well. And then we tap that rejection block multiple times, probably make an inverse, and then we just rip right back up. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's portfolio. Interesting. Like, that's pretty debatable. Pretty damn debatable. Like, I think the rest of the session was great, but I'm at school, right? I guess I could be taking trades at school, but it's also exam season. Not that I really have that many exams. But first block was shop class, which is when all of this would have been happening. And I would have been cleaning up the shop all morning. So that's unfortunate. I did hop on and really just check gold because I was like, yo, this shit NQ is baked. Where? I thought I was on. Where was the NWOG on this? I thought there was an NWOG on gold, no? How far down is it? Not that far. It's because I'm on the wrong chart. That's why. No. Like, we're trading in a 4-hour. With a lot of wick. I'd say we'll probably like, I'd seriously de-risk that and then play out to this low, or is this an hourly gap below, or is this a 4-hour? It's a 4-hour. I'd probably play to the 4-hour. Lots of range and price action here, though. Boy. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to plan my my days out here. I could probably catch along to this. I'm just trying to plan out my days here. Kind of mentally, I should just kind of speak about it. I'd like to backtest tonight, so why don't I just do half an hour instead of overthinking it and just not getting to backtesting at all. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's remove this projection block shit and remove all of these old draws. Do we technically... We didn't even fill through that 4 hour. Okay, well, we can get rid of all these lower time frame shits. We'll keep all that, and then on ES I think we'll just do the same. We'll get rid of this high, void anything really that's not a 4 hour. That's a 4 hour. That's a 1 hour. This is a small 4 hour and another 4 hour. So lots of resting draws to the downside. It would make a lot of sense to go to reach this. But that all depends on how we open tomorrow, considering the NWOG. I think we have some strong draws to take out. Or we just inverse the shit and keep on our stupid bull run. Which... I mean, at least if we get a decent close on this, we'd have an alright 4 hour here. Alright. Well, we'll see how we open tomorrow. Anyways, let's get into a little bit of backtesting. I'm just going to pause the video real quick to do something, and then we will get right into it. I think, I don't know, I'll just go into like October or something. 7th, sure. Alright, I'm going to pause the recording for now. Not gonna lie, I almost forgot to unpause the recording. Got some house music going. We better get dialed in for a little half hour, and then I'm gonna get ready for bed. Yo, look, yeah, I gotta keep this turned down so I can use my thoughts and speak. If I were you, I'd take. Give myself a little bit of time so that I can. Oh shoot. Get ready for bed. Be in bed by 10. I'll be like a solid 8.5 hours of sleep because I had a little bit of a nap this afternoon. Oh wait, low-key, it's gonna be more. I slept from like 3 to 6. Low-key happy for that. Okay, so we took out PDH. And took out this significant high. We're at all-time highs. No SMTs. Can't get it out of my head. Apart from this bearish SMT. Oh boy, what am I doing? Bearish SMT. But I think that's kind of the end of this SMT, so let's see, are there any hourly or 4 hour? Oh, that's the weekly actually, as a matter of fact. Not really seeing any 4 hour draws except for all the way down here. Let's check the big NQ. Where are we here? Okay, we have this 4 hour. And this guy. We really don't have those on USA. Yeah, not really, man. Whew. A little bit yawny. We also have this. We're just gonna call this a BPR, really. Actually, I think is what we'll do. And any strong hourly draws. I'd like to hope that that's just equal. It appears to be. Let's see. I think that'd be an equal. Sure is. Okay. And what about on ES? Is that an equal? Not even close. We have a couple of small resting hourlies and this bearish. We could take shorts to that. Took out some significant highs. This is not the best victim. Lots of resting rejection blocks on the 1 minute, but that's pretty insignificant. I don't know why rejection blocks are not showing on ES. That's unfortunate because I'd actually like to be trading on ES. I might have to screw up my entire thing here just to oh boy. Let's go. I love how the format just likes to geek, bro. Oh my god, this is really killing me. Good lord. Why does it have to be so buggy, dude? There we go. Now we're talking. Now we are talking. I like to have NQ on this side and ES on this side. Well, at least that's fixed now, I guess. Do we make a 5 minute? No. Do we make a 1 minute? We're in a 1 minute rejection block right now. Okay, but what have we seen? We took out significant highs. Hard to tell which one's leading right now. I think ES has stronger draws, so we're more ideal to trade off that. You know what? I'm just gonna pause this and take a good second to look at the mech model. Alright, y'all, I'm pausing. Yeah, I was just taking a quick look at the mech model. In my opinion, this is a solid inverse entry. I'm pretty happy with that fill. All things considered, that we kind of raped that. I'm gonna play stops at the London High. This could be just a quick stopped out trade, dude. Hopefully not. Do we respect the 5 minute here? Not even, bro. We literally just broke above it. Did we respect it on NQ? Yeah, we did. Could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. But not my be for real. Yeah, I'm gonna set take profits down at this hourly. I think this is an. Yeah, it seems to be the most reasonable thing. Unless there's a 15 minute. Lucky. I think we take one position out here. Nope. I feel that's pretty valid. We still might get stopped out here though. I wouldn't doubt it. We're moving to break even. We might also just hit break even here. Very iffy price action. But we hit TP. And then we hit break even. So what is that then? Plus 350. That's not bad. I think we probably moved lower after that, just because we hit such a good high time frame target. But I'm not even mad about that break even. I literally got top ticked to break even, but this is pretty horrible on NQ. ES looks kind of solid, to be honest with you. I'm kind of surprised that there was no okay, so we did trade into a 3 minute rejection block, so this would have been low crazy, bro. Apart from that though, we took the highest time frame inversion. It low-key got cooked, but it stayed valid entirely on NQ, and then from here a rejection block entry would have been super valid. something like, you know, set the stop loss here, and TP's probably at another 15-minute here. Would have been the more valid trade. I definitely like to backtest more, playing around with rejection blocks though, because they seem to be super solid. They seem to like as you can see here, we literally tap into it and make a crazy move off it. You just need a bunch of confluences with it, and that's kind of the whole idea of scalping, I think. I need to watch more videos on scalping. I know a couple good YouTubers that use scalping for their strategies. So I definitely like to see what they do and kind of incorporate some of that. And because, I mean, rejection blocks are still an ICT concept. Like, they still fit in with trading IFVGs, and it still fits in with the mech model. It's just an extra confluence, really. And that's usually how people end up developing their own strategies, right? Is they find a strategy, like an entry model like the mech model or AMD, or also just the discretionary model, which honestly, discretionary model is probably the highest confluence in this PowerPoint, I'd say. Yeah. And I mean, it's not bad to incorporate more confluences into your strategy. I have always tried to focus more on keeping higher confluence, or how should I say this? More impactful confluences in my strategies. And I've noticed a lot lately too, there's a large lack of high time frame order blocks on NQ and ES. They just kind of don't really make them, and when they do, they're fucking huge, bro. Like yeah, this is a massive 1 hour order block, I guess, but like, I don't know, that's kind of also, this is a actually, I'm kind of curious off this. So this is the 1 hour rejection block at the equal lows, right? So we're in the 1 hour RB. Let's just mark that out on both. I just want to see what happens off of this. We tap it on ES, breakthrough on both. Okay, so there wasn't enough confluence to go with it. You'd want to wait for like a secondary SMT to be made. But yeah, I mean, obviously for this trading day, we just kind of saw lots of rejection. There was probably a secondary inverse entry we could have taken in here. Like, yeah, solid 3 minute, and good movement off of this rejection block as well. Good manipulation leg, really. But also keep in mind, we were kind of trading through this 15-minute the entire time, so you'd want to wait for an inverse out of that. Which, when did we get a close below? Not until this candle. Yeah, this is kind of a tough entry day. It was kind of similar today. Like, I mean, yeah, if you're able to take a rejection block entry here, that's super ideal. I mean, and regardless of how we're moving, we saw a good original reaction off of taking out these significant highs, especially on ES. So I don't know, for me, I think the ideal entry would have been ES. If the form in a good low, that'd be great. Just want to see what we were given here for rejection blocks. Yeah, I mean, that's just a beautiful tap, and simply, that's just amazing. And did we create an internal, like, 3-minute SMT? Yeah, we did. But that was developed after we tapped into that rejection block, so. Ideally, we'd tap that rejection block, and then you'd see an inverse trade off of that. But, like, I mean, the highest time frame inverse that we had was this 1 minute. So after that tap in, you'd be waiting till here, really. But obviously, you know, that worked out quite nice. And by that time, I think we closed below the 15 minute, did we? I think we did, because here's the 15. 6:45 is when we closed below. Oh yeah. No, that's a solid move back into IFEG there. Again, this is kind of why I would like to take more time on my back testing. I'm just gonna pause my music, because these are the kind of entries that if you're back testing at too fast of a rate, you're just gonna miss them. You're gonna be looking for something too early just because you wanna, like. I have a couple buddies who have been back testing lots, and just a few other people I know in the trading space, and like they're like, oh yeah, I can get through like 20 trades in an hour, and it's like, all right, yeah, but like, you know, how much are you actually analyzing and thinking about where market's trying to move? I mean, if you're able to get a good success rate off it, I guess that's good, but I don't know, I'd rather analyze while I'm back testing like it's a real trading day. And then obviously, you know, if nothing's developing, you can skip through that, you know, this kind of many useless ranges of consolidation. But then when you finally get like a close below 15, like here at 6:45, like, and then you see that 1 minute inverse that just didn't get a tap in at all, like, that's a solid entry right there, man. That's pretty beautiful. How can you argue with that? And like, yeah, it's unfortunate there was no higher time frame one, but it's whatever highest time frame inversion you can find, right? If the 1 minute is the highest time frame inversion you can get, then you take what you can get, man. It's a good entry. And obviously I rushed to this trading day despite about, you know, all that I'm talking about right now. I'd rather have quality back testing than quantity of back testing. Anyways, that's it for me tonight. I'm gonna go get ready for bed, get a solid night's sleep, be back up tomorrow. Oh, I just deleted my indicator on accident. Be back up tomorrow. What else do I have to say? Yeah. Leave. There we go. Oh, sugar. I didn't get rid of most of those. Crap. I think that was all. 4 hour. Yep, that's all good now. Okay, sorry. Anyways, yeah, I'll be up tomorrow. My Apple Watch was low-key having a fuck fest this morning, and I had zero sleep, so I woke up like a zombie wandering around the house, and I couldn't get my Apple Watch working. So by the time I got that all fixed, it was like 5:30, and I was like, okay, I don't have enough time for a run. So that sucks. I'll try and make up for it this week and go for a run. Maybe take my dog out for a run or something like that. I'd like to anyways, so that works out well. Anyways, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully some solid trading day. Let's just see what news is tomorrow. Trump probably speaks, if I had to guess. No, we have GDP and unemployment claims. And then PCE at 7, so honestly, maybe a pre-market trade after 5:30, and I wonder if anyone's full porting this tomorrow. I kind of doubt it. I hope not, unless it's full portable. I really don't know. I don't know if it is. Okay, anyways. Yeah, GDP tomorrow, unemployment claims at 5:30, and PCE at 7. And we have just full-on October data, orange folder news. Yeah, that's pretty yikes. We'll see how that goes. Also, Trump is probably going to end up saying something on Twitter tomorrow that's just going to rape us. So, but we have strong draws, both the upside and downside. So the NWAG is definitely bear condition, whether we close up above it or we respect it and keep moving down. Considering that we've already filled through most of it on NQ and we just tapped into it on ES, I would have to guess that we're going to make a movement down off of it to take out some of these lower DOLs. That's kind of what I'd hope for anyways. I don't think we have enough quote-unquote fuel to be just after this straight rippage to be making a continuous move to the upside. But then again, we have had days like this, you know, that literally just 2 days in a row we just kind of rip almost pretty much straight up. Yeah, anyways, a bare minimum, if we make a 4-hour, tap into that, and this is a pretty massive 1 hour, massive, so ideally a tap into that for sure. I think this 4 hours is going to end up being too small to be anything significant. It might be something worthy on ES, but not on NQ, I don't think. It's pretty small regardless. I think the 1 hour is the stronger draw, so at least a retrace into that. Hopefully we just kind of consolidate overnight so that we can get maybe a short down to the 1 hour, then maybe something below. But yeah, definitely we need to make a move into this 1 hour to fuel up higher. So if we can consolidate over the night, which it's looking like we probably won't, this 1 hour would be something nice to trade to for a short. Anyways, I will catch you guys tomorrow. Sorry for not uploading yesterday, but we make one big ass video out of it and we ball. So peace. Have a good one.